Hey, Spencer here from leadingworshipwell.com. This is the place where we talk about how to lead yourself well, lead your church well, and lead worship well. Quick tip, quick challenge for you this week. Something simple that you can implement into your worship ministry, into your worship leading to improve your worship leading. And that is this week, to take time for personal worship. Take time to just personally worship God. I know how it is. As a worship leader, I've been leading worship for 15 years now. And it's easy to get that thought in your head. Okay, I'm running through worship songs all the time. Worship is like all that I think about. Leading worship is all that I think about. And so we can use that oftentimes as an excuse to not personally worship God. And let me know in the comments below if I'm alone in this, but I don't think I am. The temptation is always there when I'm listening to a worship song, when I'm playing a worship song for myself. I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, how does this work for the people of my church? How can I use this on a Sunday morning? Can I use this on a Sunday morning? What is this song teaching? What's the theology of this song? Is it even a good theological truth? Of which we should probably be thinking about whether we're a worship leader or not. But I get these thoughts in my head, and I'm always filtering them through, can I use this in my church? Like, no matter what I do, I'm thinking of it through that lens. And because I'm thinking through that lens, I never take the time to just personally worship God. I'm not saying I never take the time, but rarely do I just personally worship God and be a little selfish in a sense, where I'm not serving my church for a moment, but I'm taking a moment to be filled up so that later on I can serve my church well. If you're always serving other people and you never take time to fill up your own cup through personal worship, through personal time with God, then you aren't going to be able to lead them for very long. So take a moment today, sometime this week, before you lead this Sunday, and sing a worship song. Play through a worship song. Worship through a worship song that you don't have planned to lead this Sunday. Worship through a worship song that you would never do in your church because it's not a congregational worship song, but it's a song that means a lot to you, and personally worship God. Not thinking about how can I use this in my church to serve my people. You do that all the time. Thank you for that. But take a moment to be a little selfish in your personal worship. And of course, all of our worship is directed to God. So it's not selfishness in that way. I'm just talking about it's okay to pour into yourself for an hour during the week and just worship God. Worshiping through a song that you don't have planned for this Sunday is just for you. That's okay. Do that this week. Find a time to personally worship God so that you're filled up to lead this Sunday. And that should be a habit for us, right? Maybe, I think, last challenge, I talked about worshiping through your set list so that we could lead our people well. What if at the end of that time we always tagged on a personal worship song, one that we just liked to sing? We didn't have it planned for Sunday. We might not even ever do it in our church. It's just a song that we use to personally worship God. What if that became a habit? I want you to just try that this week. Just commit to one song. What's your favorite worship song right now? Sit down and listen to it. Play through it. Take time to personally worship God. That's one way that you can improve your worship leading. But if you want to improve your worship leading even more, check out the link in the description below to the free audio training I put together called 5 Tips to Instantly Improve Your Worship Leading. In that audio training, I'll teach you 5 super simple things that you can do to make sure that you lead well this Sunday. Other than that, thanks so much for joining me. Until I see you in the next video, keep leading worship well.